Good job. High five.
Highway to the danger zone. No! The amount of work I've done for this bus that I don't even do for myself is astounding. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and theys and thems, and welcome to the second installment, the highly anticipated second part of Bus Troubles. I've decided to entitle this part Balls Deep in Bootsy. You'll see why. Thank you. Alright, so we're at Bootsy. What is this, day 2, day 3? And we're going to check the pump. So first, we're going to attempt to get into the sump pump in the tank via this fun escape hatch. The amount of work I've done for this bus that I don't even do for myself is astounding.
What?
Fun fact, Bootsy doesn't have a sump pump, which we later learned from the internet. Yay. So we moved on from that grave loss of time to taking the intakes off for the turbo so that we could get to the fuel pump that was in the engine bay. It took a really long time. Turbos don't want to leave, okay? Let me be the first to tell you. Whew. Okay, so we have the turbo partially disconnected. We're struggling with getting it fully off.
I'm just gonna take the other ones off too.
Tune in next week when we finally get the thing unhooked. I promise we do not know what we're doing.
Hey.
We pulled the turbo inlets off so that we can get to the pump easier. Today is brought to you by the letter J. So we've got these 2 bolts on either side of the pump that we have the right socket for, but that we don't have a good socket extension. So team break to the parts store to get the socket extension. As you can tell, morale is incredibly high.
So high right now.
So high. The highest.
Hi.
High. We don't do drugs. This isn't a marijuana joke.
No.
We're just really tired.
Don't do drugs, kid.
Don't do drugs. This has been a PSA. Okay, bye. We are leaving this purveyor of goods. AutoZone.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone. Highway to the danger zone. It was on this fine evening that we got the socket. I realized it was too dark outside to actually see what we were doing. All of our puck lights had died, so we decided to call it a day. Then the next morning we went to go start the cabriolet, and she wouldn't. So we used Austin's friend's Porsche to drive to a neighboring town to pick up the fuel pump I had ordered. Ready, start scene. The cabriolet is taking a little bit of a breather right now. We've been kind of joyriding in the evening, so we're gonna have to settle for this.
Would you like a cigarette?
We do have an ashtray on board. Yeah, so we're gonna be, slumming it in the Porsche today. I might live. So, you'll never guess what just happened. Wait, can you hang on? You'll never guess. You're not gonna guess. You can't guess because you're on YouTube. So, there are 3 motor truck international dealerships in this region of Washington. I called the one that I thought was in Mount Vernon and ordered my fuel pump to the one in Mount Vernon. We showed up to the one in Mount Vernon, and they're like, hello, who are you? And I'm like, hello, we talked on the phone, la la la, my fuel pump should be here. They're like, who did you talk to? And I'm like, Mike and Steve. And they're like, oh, they work in Bellingham. And I'm like, no! So we have to drive how many hours?
37 minutes.
We have to drive 37 minutes to the right store that I got my fuel pump sent to. This has been a lesson in checking the address, kids. Okay, bye. It took us so long to get back from Bellingham that it was dark and we couldn't work on the bus yet again. So we decided to start fresh the next morning. I don't even know what day it is at this point.
Friday.
Friday. We have secured a fuel pump.
On Thursday.
Yeah, I drove to the wrong. I sent it to the wrong international dealership.
But we were in the Porsche, so it was cool. It was a fun drive.
Anyway, Coastal Washington is showing up for us today. It's so windy. So
Windy Island. Sorry.
wish us luck. Yay, balls!
Yeah.
We have liftoff.
Yes. Very nice.
Okay.
Good job. High five.
It's okay, everybody has their own style.
Alright. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. Hey.
Ho ho ho!
Cool.
How about that?
The SD card that I recorded the following 2 days of footage on decided to corrupt on me. So that footage is just gone forever. So here, I will attempt to verbally explain all that happened in those 2 days. Ready, go! Okay, so the fuel pump that we bought from the international dealership, we installed it. We hooked up back all the turbo lines and all the little electronic things that we had unplugged. Then we tried starting Bootsy and she didn't start up again. So then we put our noses back to the grindstone and we tried to figure out what the problem might still be. We decided that we should try and replace the IPR valve, which is the injection pressure regulator valve. So we weren't getting any fuel pressure, so we thought that that would be a good place to start. We replaced the IPR valve and Bootsy started right up. We then had to wait for 2 days because the tow company that had towed my bus to our friend Mike's house had lost pieces of my driveline. Not great business practice. They fought us a little bit, but eventually sent out a lovely mechanic named Owen to replace the parts of my driveline that they had lost. Then we put Bootsy to the test. We took her for a test drive, and what do you know? She broke down on the side of the road. So Daddy Bear Mike, once again coming in clutch, came, helped us limp Bootsy to his house, where she sat for a couple of days while we tried to figure out what may still be wrong with her. We emptied out the fuel tank, we cleaned the fuel tank, we ran a bunch of fuel cleaner and everything through the lines, and Bootsy started right up. I can't explain why, I don't know exactly what was wrong, I don't know if I ever will, but all I know is that my little home is safe and running, and I've made so many new friends off of this ridiculous experience. And the last 2 weeks, this footage has been eating away at me. I couldn't edit the footage. It wouldn't upload to any device. It wouldn't upload to the cloud. It wouldn't let me open it. It's been a nightmare, quite honestly. So I wanted to make a part 3 because I had enough footage to do so, but then one of the SD cards, pooped out on me. So I'm taking it as a sign from the universe that I'm not supposed to make a part 3. So this is part 2, and it's done. We're done. Oh gosh. Thank you for watching and for sticking with me. New video coming out very soon.